Amigos de F1 Latam, Autos F1 Latam y Autorodando, bienvenidos a este encuentro con el jefe de diseño de Nissan Latinoamérica, John Sahs, y todo esto gracias a una invitación de Nissan, el representante de Nissan en Colombia. Así que, John, thank you very much for this time. And well, how did you start this passion for cars, for design?
Very good question, Henry. I started at the age of 24. I really didn't know what I wanted to do at that time. I knew I loved art and I loved car, but I didn't know that there was a thing called car design. So at the age of 24, I had to decide what I was going to do as my next years in college. I went to my counselor and he asked me the same question, what do you like? I said, I like art and I like cars. And he said to me, why don't you become a car designer? I said, what is a car designer? Is it like engineering? Do I have to take math because I hate math, you know? He said, no. You'll know some parts of engineering, but a car designer, your role is to design the shape, the form, the colors and materials. And he showed me a catalog of a school called Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California. And I was like looking through all the pages. I went through all the different majors: art, photography, illustration, product design, landscape design, transportation design. And I saw these beautiful drawings of these futuristic cars and these models. And the word shape the future just hit me in the head. I said, that's what I do for the rest of my life, is become a car designer.
Okay. What is your inspiration for design a car? Any special time, any special place?
Yes, being an artist, as well a car designer, we're always influenced by everything. It could be music, it could be some building, an architectural building, it could be a sofa, it could be a table, it could be a cup, it could be anything that gravitates you saying, wow, this is beautiful, this is fantastic. So I'm inspired by everything. I'm like a sponge wherever I go. I look at everything, colors, I look at materials, I look at people, what are they wearing, what kind of watch you're wearing, you know, I'm very looking at your style, I'm looking at people's fashion, and I go back and I think about the inspiration from those like colors, the shapes, the materials. And sometimes the best time for me to create a car or design a shape is having coffee at a coffee shop and just sketching, you know. And sometimes I get some really amazing shapes that later I carry into a project. Yeah, so I'm inspired by everything.
Okay, Latin American market is very special with its characteristic, its variety. How do you design a car that is like it from Mexico to Argentina?
Wow, that is a very difficult question. I think when we talk about, say, Mexico all the way down to Argentina or even to Sao Paulo, I think the city, the density of the city, the geographic of those different regions are somewhat similar. The cities are very dense. I like to call it the concrete jungle, right? In the States, it's very different. It's not like South America. Maybe New York, but even New York is all concrete. But here you have the jungle, you have the trees, you have the parks. You're right next to the mountain, right? So some of these regions share, the Latin region share this geographic similarities. So when designing a car, you think about the customers who need to travel in these areas, in these regions, and you specifically try to bring a design that will give them the opportunity to drive in these locations with confidence, with security, and as well with style. I think that's important. So it's the geography of the cities that shares similarities, which helps us to design for the customers here in South America, including Mexico as well.
Okay, John, where is Nissan Emotional Geometry Design?
Yeah, Nissan Emotional Geometry Design is a way to describe our form language We are inspired by a lot of our Japanese DNA, and we use some of these words to help us to create these shapes, these designs, even the details. And to describe this for our customers, for our clients, for our friends and family, the best way is to describe it as emotional geometry design. A design that really connects you emotionally with the lines and the surface, and as well geometry that helps to support the shapes and the form. It's all about proportion and getting the proportion correct. The way we place the wheels and the tires at the corner of the car, try to get a good stance. This affects the design and the shapes. So emotional geometry design is the way to describe our form language. One that is both emotional and one that is expressing geometry to bring this kind of dynamic balance in the expression of our cars.
Okay, tell us about your crew in Brazil.
Ooh, my crew in Brazil. Yes, I have 5 members of my team. I have 2 senior exterior designers. I have 1 senior color and material designer. I have an intern who is studying now with us to become a professional designer. And then I have 2 digital modelers who help create our designs in the digital world.
Perfect. Bueno, finally, you are here in Bogota participating in Game Changer Fest.
Oh, yes,
How
yes.
important for you?
Oh my gosh, it's so important because this Game Changer Fest would be filled with a lot of people with the same mindset of entrepreneurship, challenging how to create a service that will disrupt another service. This kind of out-of-the-box thinking type of people is very connecting to me as a person, as a designer. I'm always thinking, what is the next best thing? How can we disrupt this, disrupt that? And to be invited to this event and to be among these peers to discuss about our experiences as creators, I would say, will really be important to share with a lot of people who also are on the beginning of this journey. And that they will understand that through success, is not about a lot of successes. It's about actually a lot of failures. And through those failures, you learn from them and you build on success.
Ótimo.
So, yeah.
E agora vamos a fechar a entrevista porque você fala português.
Muitas graças. Sim, sim, sim.
Você já é um brasileiro mais, um latino.
Quase
mais.
isso. Eu sou quase brasileiro, quase.
Ok, John. Muito obrigado pela entrevista. É um prazer estar aqui com você na Colômbia. E, por favor, envie uma grande saudação a todas as pessoas que estão te olhando na Colômbia, América Latina, por favor.
Mucho gracias for your presence and your kindness. It's a pleasure to meet you, Henry, and I hope we have a chance to meet again in the future.
Perfect. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
You very much. Amigos, John Sahs, jefe de diseño de Nissan en América Latina. Nos vemos en un próximo video. Chao, chao.
Ciao.